Hello everyone. Is it too loud? Nope, that's too low. Now you can't hear it no more. That should be fine. Hmm. I hope you can hear me fine. Hmm. Hmm. This stream might be short. Mostly because of the drawing itself and not because I have anything to do today. Hmm. Okay, good. This is my Bendy and the Ink Machine character. Oh, I have drawn them before I made this official design for them so I can draw it for this specific, or for this specific drawing right here. The only reason why this stream might be short is because I'm not going to do hatching this time. I'm trying to go for the very old Oh? What happened exactly? I wasn't... Usually I can't see stuff. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, recently I have gotten into this mod, not five, Friday Night Funkin' mod. It's a Bendy in the Ink Machine mod. And, um, the mod itself ah, the mod itself is a nod to a different mod, like an actual mod, not a Friday Night Funkin' mod of Bendy and Mickey Machine, where the character name, his name is Ollie or something. So, yeah. So that's basically what this is. I wanted to draw this because I thought it was cool. But overall, I like Bendy and the Ink Machine as a whole. And, ah. I think I drew Bendy like once, but it was bad. It was very bad, I think. I don't remember if I drew him or not. I have updated my Krita yesterday, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This style for me was slightly difficult because I wasn't going for the rubber hose style that Bendy ink machine has. Ah, cancel. Don't do that. So yeah, thank you. This OC, I had mini lore just so then, it makes sense. But the power that they have is literally the power of the ink. They have a giant paintbrush because in the Bendy cartoon, you see them painting. Um, they are related to Alice Angel. They're like a distant relative to her. So, yeah. Nothing too crazy and fancy. Just simple lore for a simple character. I personally like this design, especially this monstrous form, mostly because I think it's cool. The Ollie form, the Ollie monster form that someone like made in Friday Night Funkin', um, is like terrifying and scary. I think it's more scary than Bendy's. I'm not saying that Bendy's wasn't scary or is not scary at all, but the way that his is more human like, I think is cool. So yeah. And I was like, you know what? Why not do this instead? I was planning to make this drawing for a long time. How long, I don't remember. My memory sucks, but it's okay. I tried my best to not make the colors so intricate because I'm so used to having multiple colors for my OCs. Um, but since this is a bendy and the ink machine, the colors is gonna be very simple and very sweet. Um, but it was very hard for me to do because I know that back in the day, it was just straight up black and white, and there was no color whatsoever. But I wanted to add color into it anyway, because I can. Knowing that the way that black people was presented, which was obviously horrible, um, I had decided to make my own spin and actually make it look pretty decent. They are wearing an overall dress with loose socks. Oops. At least for their monstrous form. I wanted them for their normal, regular form to look pretty cute. Um, I was thinking similar to Minnie Mouse in a way. Not the same, but that's what I was sort of going for. Not entirely, but like a little bit inspired by Minnie herself. At least the dress part was. There. Technically, this update for Krita has been around for a couple of months, but I was not paying attention to the news for Krita. This update came out in September. It is November, and I just decided to download the update. It would explain a lot, actually. But you know what? It's fine. Yeah. And I just learned yesterday that Krita has a paid version with Microsoft. I did not know there was a paid version with Microsoft. I always knew Krita as free because it was always free. Like when you download it from directly from the website itself, it's free. But I did not know Microsoft got their grubby hands on it and decided to put a price tag on it. I'm like, what? Why? The whole point of Krita is that it's free and that the money comes from donations. That's where the monies come from. So yeah. Next week I'm not going to go live because I'm doing this protest. It's called like it's a mass blackout. So basically the point of the movement is to not purchase or like interact with any large businesses. And the reason why, well, we all know the reason why, because the current state of the world is trash at the moment. So next week I'm not going to be live. I believe it's next week. Yes, 25th to the 2nd, I think. So yeah, I'm not going to post art. I'm not going to live stream. But don't worry, I'm not dead or anything. I am literally just doing a protest because I have beef with one specific company, and that is Nintendo. Nintendo is my biggest beef right now. I'm so mad at Nintendo. That is like my biggest beef at the moment. And I know what you're thinking, why is that your biggest beef? Because if I don't know if you ever paid attention of what's going on in the gaming world right now, but you know how things are supposed to depreciate over time, like a new car or a house. Oh, I see. Um, is supposed to depreciate over time. Nintendo made prices higher for the Switch, the regular Switch, the OLED, and the Switch Lite. And some stores, depending on where you live, made it go down because what the heck. And also the digital key cards and the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is like not even that great and it's not exactly what it's advertised. And I refuse to get a Nintendo Switch 2 because like you can't use the mix switch. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically how you emulate. Like you take games and then you store it in there. And mind you, this is made by one dude, okay? He wasn't doing this to hate on Nintendo or anything. He made this so then people can actually save their games. Because if you read their agreement that was made this year, is basically saying that, yeah, so all the games that you have, whether you purchased online or not, you don't have the right to actually save. How dare you do this to me? You don't have the right to actually. No, I just realized the arrows are gone. How dare you do this to me? Um, you don't have the right to own those. Like, you know how you would have a physical copy of a game? Nintendo said, actually, we own the games now, so you're basically borrowing the games, and you're basically borrowing our consoles, which that doesn't make any sense. Like, you buy a phone from like, wherever, and that phone is yours, correct? Correct. So, yeah. I don't recommend Roblox. Of all places, of all games to have, I do not recommend Roblox. I do not recommend Roblox. Absolutely not. It's for your safety because there is a lot of creeps on there, and yeah, that is not good for you specifically. Trying to remember how the hell I even colored this character. It's very. Oops, I just realized I colored the sleeves. The sleeves are not colored. Stupid me. Um, yeah. What I was saying. Oh, yeah. And my Switch recently, my Switch Lite, is broken. Now, it's not Nintendo's fault. It's actually my fault. I I had a charger, an old charger, and it breaks things. Like it broke my last Switch, before the Switch that I have right now, it got broke. And the inside won't charge, so I basically need to replace my Switch. So yeah, and I don't have enough money to buy it myself. So I hope I can get it like a Christmas present or something. I don't know. Well, one thing is for certain is that I only play like 2, 3 games on there. Um, Bayonetta 1 and 2 because I bought the bundle a while back, and Overwatch 2. Um, but I mainly play Bayonetta 2 because the first game is so hard for me. The controls are so wacky, and it makes me angry. And even thinking about playing I want to play the game, but then when I play the game, I realize why I don't play the game. I love the game so much, but playing it just makes me angry. It's like a toxic relationship. It is insane. And that's why I play Bayonetta 2. Because the controls are easier. The way the game mechanics is so much smoother and everything else. It's like the best thing in the universe, and it makes me happy. I don't often play Overwatch though. Like when my Switch broke, that was when I was getting back into my Overwatch phase, man. And I was so sad. But I don't feel that bad anymore because my account is linked to my Gmail and Nintendo as well. And I still have my SD card. So even if my Switch, even though my Switch is broken, I still have my SD card. So all I have to do is just log in and then put the games back onto the Switch, and then I'll be fine. It happened before, and I gotta do it all over again. But I'm not angry about it though. I'm not angry at all. I just hate the fact that Nintendo is really out here being like, actually, we want you to pay more. And you can tell these people aren't actually gamers. They're just corporations. They don't actually like play games at all. And it's sad. And then you have the thing with Xbox. I think it was like, I forgot what the subscription name for Xbox. I don't have it though. I don't have an Xbox. The only reason why I have a Nintendo Switch Lite because it is literally the cheapest option out of all the other game consoles and even a PC. But at this point you might as well buy a PC because, a PC costs a lot, especially a gaming one. And then if you want to like get a PS5 or like an Xbox, you would have to buy the controllers, you would have to buy the right cables, you have to do all of that. You might as well just buy a freaking PC. But with a Nintendo Switch, you don't really need that much. Yeah. My dad also used to have, I don't know if he still actually has it, having a Xbox 360. Um, but yeah, I don't have like those consoles because one, I don't have a TV in my room. The closest TV that I have is my mom's room, and I don't want to use my mom's TV just so then I can play some games. We do have a TV downstairs, but I don't want to go downstairs just so then I can play a couple of games for a few hours. I don't want to do that. So yeah, the biggest problem with the Switch, especially the Switch 2, is that it's very heavy reliant on Wi-Fi, especially for like certain games that you want to play, like um, the Mario Kart World, the biggest flop known to man. Um, if you use like a mix switch or something like that, or something to make or like mod your switch so then you know you can still use it, Nintendo will break it. Not break, but like brick, as in like make you not use online services anymore. And if you are very heavy, if you're like very reliant on that type of stuff, then yeah. Or like they lock you out of your account and then you have to call the people on the thing. And then you would have to tell them that, hey, I broke my switch. My switch is bricked. And you basically have to tell on yourself. Yeah. And that's and like and and that's also go for if you want to like fix your switch. Like let's just say if the fan inside your switch is kind of off, right, and like it's blowing just a little bit too hard, and you try to open it, with the screwdriver and everything, and try to replace the fan and try to fix it, it will also most likely break it as well. So yeah, that's why I'm very scared of taking it to like a shop to fix my Switch because of that. See, my Switch technically manufacturing is already broken. Like it's not like broken, but it's like like the knobs, one of the white knobs. I was playing too hard on Bayonetta, right? And the left one where I like moved the body, it got torn off because I'm heavy-handed as hell. That's what happened. That was all me. I am very like heavy-handed, which is why I do digital and not traditional. So yeah, that was my fault. That was on me. Okay, I can't blame that on Nintendo. That's my fault right there. Um, and I don't want to like go to a shop so I can like fix it. I should have had the knob protectors on, but I didn't even know those even existed until my friend showed me that they have them. And I'm like, what? You have knob protectors on your Switch? I didn't even know they were a thing. So yeah, I did not know they were a thing like at all. There we go. It's only been 25 minutes. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really think like I love Nintendo, but I hate Nintendo. I have this strange love-hate relationship because like there are actual dudes who are crying over Nintendo and like trying to defend it from people who are trying to speak the truth and stuff, and they're just sitting there and they're all like, no, no, Nintendo is great and everything. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I understand that. And then like they try to defend Nintendo so hard as if Nintendo actually needs it. Nintendo is a $1 billion company that uses IPs over and over and over and over again. They don't really need it. Like Nintendo is the Disney of gaming. That's the best way I can actually describe it. It's literally the Disney of gaming because they reuse stuff over and over, but people will still consume. People will still consume anyway. So, yeah. Um because that's all they care about is consumerism. You know what I'm saying? But I still love my Switch because I love my games. I love Bayonetta, specifically Bayonetta 2. And I know that Bayonetta 1 is originally a Sega game. If you don't know that, originally it was a Sega game, but I don't think it sold very well, which was why Sega gave it to Nintendo, and then Nintendo made Bayonetta 2 and 3 Nintendo exclusives. So when the Wii U was out back in like 2014, um, Bayonetta 2 was on there. And then 2022 was when Bayonetta 3 came out, and it was only a Nintendo exclusive. So, yeah. I'm not playing Bayonetta 3 though. I'll bet you that much. For two separate reasons. One, it cost a lot for a whole lot of nothing. I mean, it's not like a whole lot of nothing. There's a lot you can do in the game. But I mean, like in terms of story, it pisses me off. The story just ruins the entire game, and it's just the whole point of Bayonetta as a character has been thrown out the window in the third game, and it pisses me off. And I'm not just talking about trying something new, because they tried something new in the second game and boom, it worked perfectly. No, they literally ruined her character. It's quite sad. So that's not happening. But I did download it, the bundle. I bought the bundle from the eShop, which means it will forever be on my SD card as long as I still have it. Technically, I was supposed to have a physical copy of of the games when I was younger, but those were stolen by like a neighbor when I was living in my old apartment. So yeah, but when I had adult money and I decided to when I decided to buy the games for myself and treat myself, I felt so much whimsy in my life. Um, Having the games changed me. I wouldn't say like changed me as a person, because like as if I was like the worst person known to man. No, it just changed me a lot because the games mean a lot to me. The stories mean a lot to me, and so does the characters. Now, Overwatch 2 is free. And, when things are free and they look that good, it's kind of like a little bit too good to be true, which is true because there's microtransactions. Yay! You're probably wondering what do you mean microtransactions? Like the skins, you got the like it mainly goes for the skins. If you don't have enough currency, like in-game currency for it, but I never really like use my RL money. But there was one time where I'm pretty sure someone when someone like stole my card. Well, I didn't. No, they didn't steal my card. They like stole my card information somehow. Even though I haven't even went outside in so freaking long, and it was like over $100 in Blizzard Entertainment, which is where Overwatch comes from. And I was like, what in the world? But yeah, the main reason why I don't play Overwatch a lot versus Bayonetta is mainly because the people that also play Overwatch are so mean. And like, I know, like, oh, you should suck it up or something like that, but I shouldn't have to suck it up for basic human decency. Like, I shouldn't have to suck it up for basic human decency. And I'm not saying that like not all people that I have met on Overwatch is bad. It's just a good chunk of them are bad. All right? And it's just sometimes it's very disheartening. Um like the last time I played Overwatch, it was with an ex-friend, my recent ex-friend. Um I was playing as one of the healers. Her name is Moira. She does damage by literally taking your health away, and she also gives out healing to, to the teammates and whatever. And like when she takes damage from the opposite team, it also heals her as well. That's how she heals. Um you can technically flank her character, but I didn't want to flank her character because I feel like it's more important to stay in the back of the team and let them, and just heal them and let them do their thing because we were preventing them from pushing the payload, right? And my friend was Genji, right? He is a DPS. He's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the back and I was like doing my thing and I was healing. Winston, okay? Winston, this big ape. He's a little ape with a giant zappy gun, okay? This gun is a pretty big gun, right? And Moira doesn't have that much health and can't do that much damage because, she's a healer. You're supposed to protect healers at all costs. And this dude kept jumping me. And then one of my teammates was like, Moira, you suck. Moira, you should delete the game. And I'm like, okay, what? The person who said that wasn't even the other healer. The person who said that was the other DPS. Her name was Sojourn. Yeah, yeah. Like he was saying, like this person was saying that I sucked because I kept dying by Winston, the big ape who was technically a tank. I think he's in tank class. Yeah, he was a tank, and my teammates. No, I don't think so. And I was like, what? Mind you, texting on a Switch Lite or just a Switch or any console in general is actually quite difficult. I mean, technically, it's not as bad on a Switch because it's a touchscreen. It can, yeah, but it was hard, okay. But I didn't feel like texting back, and yeah, so I stayed in the back of the team to heal everyone because I know if I flanked, given how the map was, because the map was a very like a narrow map. It had like a very like narrow like place. Like you can go through it. Yeah, no, and there's like rooms and other places where like you can go from and whatnot. And Moira, she can like poof and kind of like disappear for like 3 seconds to avoid being like damaged and stuff. But I was not like fully aware where I was because I thought I was on the stairs, but I was not on the stairs, and I died by him. I died by him at least 3 times. And mind you, you are supposed to protect the healer. Why aren't you protecting the healer? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, like, like Sojourn, the character is a DPS. She has a gun. She has a pretty, I think, I don't know what type of gun it is, but it's like a pretty big gun, all right? And she can slide on the ground to avoid damage and stuff and whatnot. I could not find my team whatsoever. I could not find them for 2 seconds because I kept dying by the same character, by the same person. So I couldn't even find my team. And then we lost. But I don't think we lost because of me. I think we lost because they didn't protect me. And like I'm not even mad at the other healer because the other healer is fine. Okay? I'm pretty sure the other healer was doing their thing, doing their damage and healing. I ain't even mad at them because Kiriko, who was the other healer, she wasn't mad at me. She wasn't being mean or nothing because like I heal everybody, even the other healers, because some healers can't heal themselves. All right. As far as I'm concerned, like technically you can heal yourself. There's a stat in the game where it shows you like how much damage have you healed of yourself. Um, yeah, no, cause like the person was just way too mean. Like this person was doing too much. I'm like, bro, cause I was trying to find my team low key, and like when I did find my team, it was like two, three other people, right? And I didn't even see Sojourn anywhere. I did not see this person anywhere. I'm like, huh? What? Like I have seen Kiriko, I've seen my friend that I was playing with. Um, I have seen like another DPS. I kind of forgot his name. I think it was like Taj or something. He's like this very short dude. Wait, did I? Yeah. He's like a very short dude with like a lava gun. So yeah, I saw him, but I did not see that person who was criticizing me because I thought that person was from the opposite team. But no, that person was from my team. I could not see that person. Also, um, Overwatch 2 is in general, is a 5v5 game when Overwatch 1 was a 6v6 game. So, statistically speaking, if your team is losing, they're they're most likely losing because of like two people in Overwatch 2. Because if you really think about it, just because you have like a 4v5, you still have some chance to win. But if you have a 3v5, then you have a less likely to win because, you only have three people like trying to live and trying to win, and then you have the other team just wrecking you. Like, come on, bro. Um so yeah, overall, I think my matches were pretty decent. My mains that I play for I'm actually a DPS. I'm not even a healer. I'm actually a DPS. Um, the characters that I play um is Tracer, May, and I just realized before my switch broke was that I was getting good at with Ash, and I didn't realize I was actually getting good with Ash. And for healers, I am a Moira and Zenyatta main. Color back. Right? Yeah. And the reason why I chose those two specific ones because they can do damage. I use Zenyatta more than I use Moira. Um, because yeah, I think that should be fine. Because Zenyatta has like these weird like bullet thingies. Maybe like a little darker, not too dark, not too dark. Yep, that'll do it. Yep, that's the one. Um, Zenyatta, you have to like specifically learn how to aim and be really good with like doing headshots and stuff, to which I am pretty decent at because I used to play shooter games all the time on my phone, on my Switch. I'm pretty decent at shooter games, so that's why I love playing as Zenyatta. With Moira, I like playing her because if I just want to leisure back and if I want to heal, because that's what I mainly use her for, is just proper healing. Because Zenyatta, he also heals, but he has like this orb, and that you have to specifically aim it to one of your teammates. Um, so like if that teammate gets damaged, they're gonna get healed from the orb. And then you also have this thing called like the damage orb. Oops, I just realized I put that on the wrong layer. I'll just like flip these over. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just flip them over. Um, so, um, if, um, he has this damage orb where it does the same thing, but the opposite for the other team. So, um, if you see your teammate, you can use the damage orb, which will lower down their defenses, and then like, um, your teammates can easily kill that enemy faster. That's basically what he does. But he is tremendously slow. He is a snail. He is slow as hell. He is slow. I mean, both of the characters are slow. Not gonna lie, but he is slow. Okay, he is slow. He is like a floating robot, but like, bro is just slow as he heck. You know what I'm saying? He's just so incredibly slow. Uh, uh. So, yeah. There you go. I like being Tracer, especially Tracer, because she's quick and fast, and that you also have to aim properly. But sometimes you have to pay attention to where you're zipping to, because you can't just be zipping everywhere. Yeah, I'll just make another separate layer for what I was thinking I was gonna do. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just gonna go like this. I'm gonna make these lines like extremely uneven intentionally. There. Like so. And if I just like that. Oops. I like using May, even though, in my opinion, she's probably like one of the slowest DPS because she doesn't really run like how Tracer like blinks. Um, cause like the thing that she has in the middle, um, it like it's kind of like time travel, but it's not really like time travel. Um, but it's like really cool, pretty decent looking technology. Um, and she can get out of things quickly if you use her pulse bomb correctly, which is her ult. Um, you can do some decent damage for the most part, but she is the biggest downside with Tracer is that she is probably the lowest character that like has health. Like her health is horrendously bad, okay? I'm not even gonna hold you. It's terrible. But I love her anyway. I don't like that. The reason why I like May, even though she's not fast, she has two different set modes for her gun. It's literally an ice gun. So she can freeze people, which up close, if she does it up close, it can slow people down and stuff. And like she can also shoot ice spikes when they're like far away. So you can basically snipe them, which is really cool. I'm gonna do this. Gonna put this under this, and I'm gonna call this color back 4. And then I think I'm gonna move this down. If you would. Oh, that's why. My dumbass. There we go. Just move just a little bit lower. And then I'm gonna set this to multiply. I'm gonna put this one above these two. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. I'm a genius. As always. I'm just kidding. So, yeah. Oops. That is the wrong... Stop it. Stop it. That is the wrong layer. I meant to do this one. For tank, because I can play tank, but I'm not really that great at tank. Like, tank is not my cup of tea. It's not my forte. I play this character called Orisa. I think that's how you say her name. She's like a giant robot that kind of looks like a horse. I mean, she's not really a horse, but you know, she's cool. You know, and I like how she has infinite bullets, but like the downside is that if you use it too much, it will overheat it. So then it takes some time, basically. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna do. Color back 5, and then do a bit of this. I'm gonna make an ink block on, not block, but like a blots on this wall over here, because you know I think it's gonna be teehee. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be just... Looks like a person. And then I'm gonna put like some blots here and there. I'm probably gonna add highlights too, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm gonna add some... What is this? Some textures. Oh, this looks good. Hold up. I'm gonna add like... Okay. We see the vision. I'm gonna put some there. Put some here. Put some a little bit over there. Maybe just sprinkle that. There. Boom. Fantabulous. Now I'm gonna add some like overhead highlights, since this is a, you know, a vicinity. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Highlights. I think I'm gonna go with like a... I don't know what I'm gonna go for. Like a orangey, yellow type color, mayhaps. Um, this is an art studio, so they're gonna have some overhead lights on top. So I'm just, eh, there we go. And I'm gonna smack this to luminosity, side, and then I'm gonna just smack this over. I'm I would like to believe that this is like a square lighting. You know, like one of like those how those schools have those rectangular lightings. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's what I think it looks like. I think it looks like one of those. Yeah. Oh crap. You know work. Why you know work? Why you hate me? How dare you hate me? There. And then I'm just gonna casually erase. No, I didn't mean to do that. I've learned that if I tap twice on my screen, it will reverse what I did, and I didn't realize I can do that. It is good, when I actually need it, but bad because I accidentally do it, and I look like an utter buffoon. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Anyway, I think I'm not bad at being a tank. Okay, I think I'm pretty meh. I usually play against AI, as in the CPU AI. Okay, I don't want people to get confused. Okay, we're not talking about generative AI. I'm talking about the game AI. Okay, and the reason why I play against them because it's not very often where I do get someone that's mean to me. That doesn't mean they don't exist. That just means I get them far less. Okay, yeah. Let me turn it down to about. Ooh, ooh, wait, wait. This kind of eats. Hold on. Excuse me. I ate that. Like I said before, we're not doing hatching today. Because I'm trying to keep it the regular, trying to keep it more like a rubber hose-esque style. I'm trying something out, okay? And I'm kind of serving. Here what it looks like up close right here. That looks good. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I play against like the CPUs because I think it's really awesome. And it's not very often where I do fight against like um, you know, people and my teammates aren't really that mean. A lot of the time they're actually very nice and kind, okay? I only had like one bad encounter with like a mean person when I fight against the AI. Like only one person. Okay, I will literally take one person out of the multiple people that I usually get if I fight against regular people and like unranked in other matches like that. So yeah. Let me turn it down just a little bit more. Maybe about 35? Yeah, 35 looks better. 35 looks so much better. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling for today. This is the piece, but we're not done yet. And you're probably wondering, why? Why are we not done yet? Because we have to do the sacred ritual, okay? And everyone should know about the sacred ritual. So let me export this. Um, let's put this up uh, right there. And then we're gonna let it do its thing. Just give it a second. It's what it's doing is exporting all my files into a video. And then it's saved onto my laptop. Boom. Wait, I didn't know it does that. I didn't know it does that. What? I'm sorry. This is my first time seeing this, like, the video update, because it wasn't like this before. This looks exactly like I forget what it's called, like one of those IBS paint speed paints. I didn't know it does this. Before it didn't look like this at all. I swear it did not look like this. What? Hold on. I want to play it again, just for the one time. That's so cool. That is so cool. That is literally so cool. Oh my god, Krita wasn't like this before. Oh my god. That is so cool. Ah. Ah. We're in the big leagues, baby. I love this. I love this. I love this new style that they got here. I like this format. I should have downloaded the this new version a long time ago. Shut up. I should have downloaded that a long time ago when it came out, but I didn't know that. But now that I know, and I'm blown away. I love this. I love all of this. Okay. Enough about me gushing about this program and all that other stuff. Um, I will post this as a VOD, and I will post the actual video later sometime tonight. This is the end of the stream. I hope you all have a good night, day, afternoon. Take care of yourself. If you want to boycott, be part of the protest the 25th through the 2nd, you can. But I'm not going to be posting next week, and not on the 2nd, and I'm not going to be live next week. But I'm not dead, okay? I'm doing this because I don't like big corporations. And I have personal beef with Nintendo. That is my personal reason, okay? But it's supposed to be a nationwide blackout. Anyway, I hope you guys have a pretty decent week. I'll post Thursday. Yeah. Bye.